Some of you guys thought I was crazy for getting this pad and putting it in my kid's backpack.
So I'm going to try and do this in one line take, and I've got a few points to make. First off, if that's how you feel you need to protect your kids, then by all means take those protective measures. Secondly, consider how your kids are during the day while at school. For my children, they are in the classroom without their backpacks. They're hung up in the hallway, which means this is not a solution that would work for them. And in the survival training that I had while being a helicopter flight engineer in the Army is when we would crash, and specifically into a water area, if it was not on your person, it's not going with you. Which means with that being out in the hall, it's an ineffective measure. So, again, if that's what you want to do, by all means take those steps. Secondly, I think that we're having the wrong discussion. We continue to send our kids to these government schools where they don't learn how to earn money. They don't learn about taxes. They don't learn about life in general. We're so focused on being productive members of society that we're not looking at what the education system is actually giving us as a return on our investment with our children. The amount of money that the government spends has now exceeded that of which private schools actually cost. And I think when you look at the test scores and you look at the output of private schools, they do a far better job than our government is, and those private schools are more accountable. But what I want to get at for my main point is I think that we're having the wrong discussion. Back when the discussion was about abolishing slavery, we had the people that said, nope, it's a corrupt system, we need to just get rid of it. And then we had other people that said, no, the system is fine, it's the conditions that are terrible. We need to improve the conditions of slavery. Obviously, those people were wrong, but I think that we're having that similar discussion. We're discussing the conditions that our children and their safety is inside schools. And we're not having the discussion of what is better than government schools and how do we get rid of government schools where our children are literally sitting ducks or fish in a barrel, whatever euphemism you want to use. So how do we change that discussion to how do we get rid of government schools, those tax funds for other sources of education that actually do produce intelligent children, that produce thinkers in society that are going to make the world a better place? How do we change that discussion and frame it to what is actually best for our kids, both safety and intellectually?